Let me do it while I sing the song. Let me sing the song.
They'll charge you for carpet cleaning.
Let me sing.
Don't get it all over the carpet.
Let's see it. Stop it. Don't knock it.
Mind around the mind.
Now we are just pouring stuff
All
on
right,
stuff.
that's great.
Would you like
gotta
to
paint a
suck the
picture.
squirrel's head?
Harlan, how many of these magic minds have you had?
Well, maybe I'll suck the squirrel's head.
No, I think we're done with that.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
Okay, that's not.
Guess you guys don't know how to.
Plastic bars when I copy my steel.
Got my heart no in the bed. Break your hand in. Get us every day. Got my heart no in the bed.
I'm going to bring in James Bashara, who is the creator of Magic Mind. I happen to take the Magic Mind Max every day. He's going to tell you the story, and then we're going to come up with a groundbreaking ad campaign. You're the only person I trust in this room. By the way, he's got money.
How much?
Crazy amounts. But he's super down to earth until he loses. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you James Bashara, creator of Magic Mind, founder of said company.
There's some Magic Mind Max for you. Got Magic Mind Original. Magic Mind Max about 30-40% stronger than original.
Get the Max.
But original is great too. Got some hats for y'all, some bags.
We don't need hats and bags, Mr. Founder. We just need Magic Mind Max. Wow. You're like a skinny Santa Claus. I'm drinking mine now.
You're winning.
I love this. I do this every day. Nobody believes me. So this Magic Mind Max, I'd like you to explain because I think it has time-release caffeine.
That's right. It's the first time-release energy shot in the world. Every time I say that out loud, I cannot believe that we are the first to do it. But the technology is only possible about 3 years ago to make a time-release energy shot. And you're looking at the first one with Magic Mind Max. I always say the secret ingredient was time. I developed a heart condition from drinking 5 to 6 cups of coffee a day for years. Sent me to the ER with a heart condition. I had no idea that you can even get a heart condition from drinking too much coffee.
This guy drank way too much coffee.
I think you have a heart condition. Too much coffee.
My heart beating at 175 beats a minute, and the doctor asked, how long has this been going on? Because I thought it was like butterflies in my stomach. And I was like, about 3 weeks. So in the ER, they shocked my heart back into rhythm with those paddles from the movies and TV shows, and called it cardioversion. And he said, afterwards, with your condition, you can't have more than half a cup of coffee with, it's called atrial fibrillation. And the whole day, ER, 175 beats a minute, shocking my heart back in rhythm. I was like, all of that I'm good with, they're gonna fix me up. But when he said you can't have more than half a cup of coffee, I was like, there's no effing way I can get through the day on half a cup of coffee. So he said this one thing to me that got lodged in my brain. He said, have you ever tried green tea? It has this compound in it called L-theanine, which extends your body's absorption of caffeine over a longer period of time.
Yeah.
And it dials down the stress response because every cup of coffee, every Red Bull you're drinking is spiking your cortisol, your body's stress response. And that's leading to this heart condition. So out of the entire day, my engineering brain just got hooked on this L-theanine stuff added with caffeine can make it last longer. So my engineering brain went crazy down the rabbit hole of what else can nature and science give you to make your morning concoction, that half a cup for me, last all day. And that was 12 years ago. 12 years later, and 5 years after launching Magic Mind, we're the #1 health shot in the country.
Wow.
It's about 50 million in revenue.
Wow.
So we would love y'all's help to develop messaging that would make sure that it connects with people that aren't in the know with all of these cool hip ingredients.
How do we know it works though?
So the thing I always say is, don't take my word for it.
Wait, let me ask that question. How do we know it works though?
The thing I always say is don't
Can
take
I
my
actually do that one? I like that.
Yeah.
How do you know that it works?
If I could take a crack at it. How do we know it works?
I think I actually speak to a different demographic if I could just.
Yeah.
How do we know it works?
Christina, you want to try that?
She's doesn't find this joke funny.
No, just go.
No, it's hilarious.
That's a great question. Whoever had that question first.
Thank you.
Don't take my word for it. Take my Uber driver's word for it, Troy.
Hey folks,
He's still here?
I'm James, this is an Uber driver, and I took Magic Mind today, and I'm here to tell you, I'm not a doctor, but I think I can make things move with my mind.
Who's watching your car?
Thank you, Troy.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Wow.
Is that actually your Elizabeth?
That is.
All right, James.
All right.
You're gonna leave the room. I'm gonna put us under a pressure cooker. We got 30 minutes.
You got the fuel to get you there.
We'll see you in a little bit.
Okay, buddy. Okay.
All right, let's come up with some ads.
Got my heart no in the bed.
Okay, guys, you heard the man. So this show is called Brand Storming.
Clever.
We're gonna storm around the brand. We're gonna brainstorm around his brand, Timmy, and we're gonna come up with an undeniable campaign / ad / I have to get myself some Magic Mind. Now you took some already, and you're feeling a little bit of an effect. Maybe it's placebo. We don't know.
So there's some sort of like aphrodisiac in there because I'm getting really hard.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and I
That
can't
might be my
stop
natural
it.
pheromones.
Can you stand up, please?
No,
No.
I can't. Because you can't see it, and that's embarrassing.
At least you won't seem horny because of the calm part. Then the energy part's the boner.
I
I think there's our ad.
Thank you, Magic Mind.
Okay, guys, it's not really a sexual tonic. It's more of a. It's not like potion.
But it
number
could
9.
be.
I don't know if that's.
You think it's like a, Viagra, you take it to
Yeah.
like get hard. This one you take it to be able to listen to her talk about like whatever she needs to talk about.
What if? Has it started?
I'm putting the pressure on. We have 30 minutes.
And 3,
3,
1,
start. Let's go. All right, guys. Lightning round.
I got an idea, guys. Before we talk about the mind, I think we have to understand the mind. The mind is a gear. It is a series of gears. It can move slowly. It can rust.
Richard
So
Gere.
Richard Gere.
Yeah.
We
What?
could get him to do it.
We could do
He's
it.
A gerbil up his ass.
But at some point,
Or
we
his
have to
ear.
lubricate the gears
better.
of the mind.
Yeah.
And in order to do so, we pour the lubricant, which is Magic Mind. In essence, we lubricate the mind.
Mind.
I guess my first question would be,
Actually, like
did you just have that?
I did, yes.
He carries props.
Where was it this whole time?
This was in a little area we call
His
the
butt.
anus.
Okay, all right.
A noose.
That's impressive.
Now, I'm curious about which way it went in.
Well, why don't you sniff it and find out?
That'll give
I
me the
mean,
answer.
who is this guy?
That takes real discipline.
But lubricating the mind is my pitch. I
Okay.
think that's a great tagline.
Good,
a
Christina.
good jingle.
I like it.
I really like the way this looks. We could incorporate this into the graphics. You know, when I studied at the Institute of Graphic Design in Dusseldorf with Helmut von Zellweger, also the last name of Oscar-winning actors Renee Zellweger.
Yeah.
He always talked about imagery attaching itself to product.
No, I'm saying wow, because that's really
Well, I feel
fascinating.
like there's a little sarcasm.
I'm not being sarcastic.
Sincere
That's-
question, could you do the jingle? I'd love to hear you sing it.
Let's all lubricate the mind. What time is it? Lubricate the mind.
I thought you were going to say
I
magic.
wasn't finished.
Sorry.
Mind what a rhyme.
Mind time. And then
Mind
time.
time.
Okay.
Mind time.
Well, I think I speak on behalf of the group when I say we're done here.
Let's all lubricate the mind. What time is it? Let's lubricate the mind. Mind time. Mind time. Mind time. Mind time. Magic mind.
No, that's good. That's really good.
Thank you.
Sharpen the mind, or sharper mind, not lubricated mind.
Reclaim your brain.
Well, lubricate the mind.
The kid's right.
Mind lube. I like mind lube.
I think the gear is only what we're talking about because he brought a prop.
May I pitch something?
Yeah, if you need a... I was, no, I...
Where was that?
I just feel like
Well, you know, what do squirrels eat? Nuts,
right?
And sometimes
Not
we
this
go
one.
nuts.
That's a
Holding
beef.
And so
Oh, wait,
how do we
wait,
calm
we go
ourselves
nuts.
from going nuts? We lubricate the mind. In fact, let me
Got it.
show you how this kind of looks in real time.
Don't go
Lubricate the
around the-
mind.
Working on
And
a
then
squirrel,
what
Harlan.
we have.
Yeah.
Look, if you guys don't want
No,
ideas,
it's
I
good.
mean, I
It's
can
a
leave
great
the room.
idea.
It's a great idea, and I
What if there's all these squirrels and they're freaking out, and then one has them, and he's just like actually being productive. He's using tools. He
I
starts
love this.
becoming human. He has
Keep
opposable
going.
thumbs.
Keep going.
I don't know.
I
I just
love
think the
this.
squirrel,
I love
the
this.
calm
Okay,
squirrel
it's
is a
good.
good idea.
Now,
Wait. I didn't get the visual with this one though. Because
Oh.
I saw it with this.
oh, no, let's not pour too much.
Oh,
No,
my
let's
God.
not pour too
Actually,
much.
why would you
but I like
encourage
the
that?
idea. We just don't-
I went
we
to
don't
the
have a mob.
Dusseldorf Institute
No.
of Advertising with Helmut von Zellweger.
No, I appreciate that.
Well,
We
feel
gave
like-
walking up
may I-
to people on the street 30 seconds. I'm just
It's
gonna point
great.
that out.
It's a great idea. Let's.
okay,
Can
but
we
if
put that
one
on
of the team wants a little inspiration and asks for, you know,
No, I know.
This camera,
we
this
go?
camera could work better.
advertising is a
So-
visual medium and he seems to get it, but you don't.
No, I just don't want to. I don't want to make too much of a mess because
Let me
they'll
do it
charge
while I
us for-
sing the
for a
song.
carpet
Let me
cleaning.
sing the
They'll
song.
charge us for carpet cleaning.
Let me
I
sing.
would
I
like to hear
Don't
the
get it
song.
all over the carpet. 'cause
Let's
that's
see
just
it.
gonna charge.
Stop, don't knock it.
Around the mind.
Now we are just pouring stuff
All
on
right,
stuff.
that's great. Let me finish this.
I guess you guys don't know how to pitch stuff.
Would you like
You
to
gotta paint a
suck the
picture.
squirrel's head?
No, no, no.
Harlan, how
no.
many of these magic minds have you had?
Okay, now hold on. I have mine. I have my pitch. It's like a 9-hour energy. Okay, it's a sustained energy. Maybe we show what happens when you drink coffee, and we show the guy. You know that? Ever say that commercial where the guy's at Target and he's like, "We're gonna sell. We're gonna sell everything. It's gonna be amazing."
We need to sell.
Wait, what does
And
he
then you
do?
cut to
I've
him.
never seen that commercial.
He's like, "We're gonna sell.
What does he do?
We're gonna sell."
One more time because I'm.
He's like, "We're gonna sell everything in the store. It's gonna be amazing."
Did you
now
catch
watch,
that? One
watch
more
this,
time.
and then cut to him, like completely out, and it's
AIDS?
like, should have used Magic Mind because cough. No,
He has
too much
AIDS?
coffee. No, too much coffee.
Oh,
Can I
well,
can I
when you went
piggyback
like
off
this,
of
I
Yeah.
this
thought-
thing? Is
I
that
thought he
right?
had AIDS.
Yeah.
That's what
What
happens
if-
when you get AIDS. You get
Well, he went
coffee.
like this, and I thought for sure he's
Yes.
got AIDS.
I have AIDS, so I have coffee.
What if
good.
imagine if we
Right, you
position
got it.
this as a cure for AIDS?
No,
Oh,
that's
here
not
we
good.
go.
Because
No,
like,
'cause it's
well,
not.
but I'm just saying as a
Right.
because he's talking about hooking people.
Here we
No, no,
go.
we
So,
have-
and he's
Here
talking
we
about
go.
different messaging, and it's out of the box. If we say
Right.
it's a cure for AIDS, and then it's like revealed that it's not.
We have
but-
23 minutes. That's a terrible idea.
Because nobody watches to the end of that anyway. So at the beginning, if they think that it cures AIDS, we got
No,
To
that's a-
cure AIDS in 23
but it-
minutes
but,
is
no,
quite
but
a...
it doesn't. It's false advertising.
That is
Well,
quite
maybe I'll
the feat.
suck the squirrel's head.
No, I think we're done with that.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
Okay, that's not.
Don't
I
forget
mean-
the nuts.
Did we
Pretty
hate?
riveting.
Did we hate the wingman idea enough to like entertain this?
That
No, this
stuff
is-
is strong.
It is strong.
Oh
It is
my
strong.
god.
All right.
Okay, he said creator aid. What if it's people
Creator AIDS.
No.
sweating and you see the magic mic sweating out of them, but instead of playing sports, they're just creating stuff.
Well, that's interesting.
Have you guys ever seen the movie with the two separate timelines and she's on a train and in both instances she meets her soulmate? What
Revolving
if,
doors.
I don't, yeah, I think
Back
that
to the
might be
Future.
it.
Gwyneth
What if
Paltrow?
it's
Yeah,
two different timelines and in one of the timelines he didn't take in the other one and in the one where she meets her soulmate?
What
Piggyback
happens?
off that.
One is
What happens in
Freaky
each
Friday.
one?
Freaky
What-
Friday.
Wait. Have you seen 500 Days of Summer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you know that scene where
Yeah,
it
yeah.
shows
Reality
the
versus
split?
expectation.
Reality
Yeah,
versus.
yeah, yeah.
28 days later?
Yes.
How about 300?
Yes.
Okay, no. We're talking about that. Stay on
But-
point.
I thought we were
Stay
talking
on
about
point. Stop
number
derailing
movies.
I like
me.
the
But-
two
Stop
timelines.
Do you like
when
it
it's
if like
my turn to
somebody
shine?
goes into a situation, one of them they take magic
Yes.
mind, one of them they don't?
Yes, that's
and then
what I'm thinking.
you see the split?
Yep,
So
and
they
then
get
the two
this?
alternate timelines, and in the one with Magic Mind, he falls asleep in the one and he doesn't meet his soulmate, but in this one he does because he's awake and he's clear and
Or
focused
he
or
could
something.
meet them but like kind of not be on his game.
I don't know how to speak to women.
Yeah,
The other one, the other one
Saying.
is coffee, and then
She
he's
said.
jittery when he meets her, and he just looks like a weirdo. He like doesn't come off
That's
charming.
not like
Or it could be
realistic,
anything. I was
guess.
thinking also maybe he's hooked to a lie detector machine or something, and he's super calm with them.
What if we did the old school thing where it's like,
was
this
it
is your.
done?
Oh, I'm
He
sorry.
wasn't done.
Sorry,
was it
Mike.
done?
Go ahead, do
Hold
it,
on.
give it to me.
Okay,
Sexist.
so picture this. This isn't a 2-timeline thing. Hooked to a lie detector machine. Super calm, answering the question. The guy's like, all right, you're good to go. The guy gets up, winks at the camera, and then you see the empty bottle of Magic Mind in the corner. Like, he was so calm. He's actually a criminal, though. He beat the machine.
You see, I didn't do it.
Let me kind of building off that, but like, what if it's what if it's good cop, bad cop, magic cop?
Good cop. Bad cop. Magic cop.
And then the magic cop is the only one that is able to get whatever it is that.
Yeah,
Like,
I love that.
Is there
Yeah,
any,
yeah, it's like that, but he
is there
also.
any value to having, like, this is your brain on coffee and it burns? We have something, a piece of paper burns really fast. And then this is your brain on Magic Mind and it's a log that burns for a long time.
I like the idea of seeing Harlan just pouring coffee on a squirrel and then pouring magic buttons.
Yeah!
Actually, that's
This
really
is a
funny.
squirrel on coffee and this is a squirrel on Magic
Look
Mind.
at the and which one's making a bigger mess?
But he just
the
said
spider
coffee.
webs, or like, you know, have you seen the spiders on different things? Like
Yeah.
how they weave their webs? What?
Oh,
how
that's
would
great.
a
Oh,
spider
that's
weave
really
its
good.
web
Right,
on
and-
Magic
but
Mind?
instead it's just it's a guy in a spider costume just crushing it at work, and everybody
What
loves
if
him. And
what
he's
if
the
what
man.
if
Spider
it's
has a
two mice?
CEO.
What if it's two mice
Yeah.
and like one mouse we give coffee, one mouse we give Magic Mind, and like the coffee one just kind of like freaks out and like runs around, and then the Magic Mind one builds a
Solves
house
the maze
or
and
something like
shit,
that.
like-
I mean, I
But
like
so-
that.
Or goes into the position and puts the scientist in there.
That thing
or
is
something.
so mean
Or
though,
what
of
if,
like
the
the spider
magic-
webs with different drugs. So
Yeah.
what if we basically recreated that, where it's almost like the Fruit of the Loom ads, where it's a guy in a spider costume and then him on coffee, and then a guy in a spider costume.
Well,
and
two
then him on-
spiders, two spider men.
Two separate spider
dressed like
minds.
spiders. What? They're both making webs, and the guy's like, "How come you're working so fast and so well? That's a hell of a spider web." You know, he's like, "Magic Mind."
What if it says Magic Mind on the web? That's what he weaves.
That's
the spider.
I like that.
What if
What
we
we could
revealed
say-
that Charlotte's Web, they both were on Magic Mind?
Wow.
Doesn't Charlotte die?
Interesting.
Yes.
Charlotte is slaughtered.
The-
and used
the-
to-
Maybe she doesn't die.
Okay,
She
cut
took
the
Magic
commercial.
Mind.
Wait,
Cut the commercial before that part.
Add shift. So here's one pitch. I don't know if we can use it, but like Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, whatever. Superman jumps out the window.
Just get the license.
He jumps out the window, and I know, but let's just say he's a superhero. Jumps out a window. I'll save the day. Jumps out the window. You know, it's like whatever his name is. We call
Magic
it.
Man.
Whatever, Magic Man. Jumps out the window, and he just falls and lands, and he's broken. And his wife goes, "Did you forget your cape?" And it's just
No, I
like
forgot my
brain
Magic
fuck.
Mind.
Yeah, I forgot my Magic Mind. Brain fuck. Is
Yeah.
real.
Well, what I like about this is now you're thinking visual. And when
I'm
I was at
thinking
the
visual.
Dusseldorf Clinic of Graphic Design, they say visuals were
Institute. You said last
super
time.
important.
So it was
So
the institute. It was the clinic.
Now it
was a
sounds like maybe
clinic.
you were at a clinic.
well, that's what the German
speak-
word.
you
It's
speak
German,
German?
for. Pardon me. Yeah.
speak German?
Und ein halbes Hähnchen und Nuss in Liebe
Little
daschen.
Spanish in there.
Fast. That's a good accent.
Tap out. Never. Tap. Tap.
But I think if we go back to visual aid,
That's what I did.
instead of having someone suicidal splattering on a
I didn't
sidewalk,
say- they just broke their legs, dude.
well, still physical, violent, and not really.
But
attentive.
usually he flies, but he forgot his cape because of brain
Right.
fog.
But what about something children love animals?
Yeah.
How about you want to clear your brain fog, suck a squirrel's head?
What about Magic
No,
Mind Kids?
No, hold on. That's just not. That doesn't
That's
make me
just
want.
unsanitary.
It doesn't make me want to drink Magic Mind.
Would you like to suck his
Not
head?
really.
I think Brian should suck his head.
I guarantee if you made that ad, it would crush. Even though it maybe doesn't make.
We have 17 minutes.
I mean, that thing looks like it was interviewed
There you
by
go.
Dick Cheney.
My nephew came up with this idea of like brain fog is real, like reclaim your brain. The idea is like there's a funeral and a guy comes in dressed like a clown and shoots off a confetti gun and says, "Well, congratulations." And it's like, everybody's like, "Did you not read the whole invitation? It's for a funeral." He says, "I thought it was a celebration of his life."
That wasn't even remotely close to my idea at all.
people don't get paper invitations for funerals.
I love the, stick with the funeral idea. I got one more prop I'd love to bring to the table here. Keep running with the funeral idea. I don't know where you're going with this, but I love it.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going with the funeral idea.
Just hold on. You're reckless. You're reckless. Now it's because when you put it on Magic Mind, it comes alive. This is your body on Magic Mind, even if you're a skeleton.
Right.
Good. We're really making progress here.
You hit the nail on the head, huh, guy? Just kidding.
Well, if people are going to make fun, I did go to the Dusseldorf School of Design in Cologne, Germany.
Okay, you said it was in Dusseldorf, and you also said it was the
Well, it was with
Institute,
Eric
and then
von
you said it was the clinic.
Zellweger, and I don't need to be made fun of here.
What if it's this, and then Harlan drinks one, and then pitches an amazing ad?
Yeah,
An amazing
there we
ad.
go.
But Harlan, you're careful of what you put in your body.
Well, also...
Even though you just had 2 Dr. Peppers.
Well, I'm also into visuals. Visuals are my big thing. I have some more props if you want to see anything
No,
else.
not for now. I want you to,
Okay.
because we have 14 minutes and we have to come up with an ad that we have not really come up with yet.
What about a...
Wait, I like the spider web.
Okay.
I like
Nice.
two men dressed like spiders with two shitty spider webs.
What if
And
it's coffee? A guy dressed up like coffee, and a guy dressed up like a brain,
Got a
and
coffee
the
mug.
coffee guy is just beating the shit out of the brain.
That's actually
Just
funny.
Beating the shit, and then
I've got a
Magic Mind
coffee
comes
mug.
in, like just Magic Mind guy, and he just beats the shit out of coffee, and then
Or what if he heals
coffee-
the brain?
No,
Wait,
I think it's gotta be
I
violent.
like coffee guy. So coffee is.
Just imagine, like, if you want to see something visually arresting, just imagine two big dudes
Yeah.
beating the shit out of
It's
each other.
your idea combined with this idea. So it's good cop, bad cop, and one cop is coffee, and the other cop is Magic Mind, and they're trying to interrogate someone to be productive. They're
Oh,
like,
that's
why don't
good.
you do
I
your
like
job?
that.
Do your job. And he's like, let me try. And then he goes in and he's like, hey, what's up, man? Why don't you?
I really,
I actually like that a lot.
I really like that.
I like that idea.
Where's your motivation?
He won't crack.
Let me try. Sorry about that. Let me help you focus.
One is coffee, one is
It's
Magic
good
Mind.
cop, bad cop, and it's coffee and Magic Mind. And they're outside the glass interrogation room, and they're like, this guy's just not doing his job. And he's like,
So the coffee guy comes in and beats the shit out of him, turns the chair around, just like you know, like he's waterboarding him basically.
he's
and Magic Mind
interrogating.
comes in and just goes, "Can I give it a shot?"
yeah,
Which is, by the way, the way they interrogate.
right.
And it's like a cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it'll be like focus without the stress.
I like where this
When-
is
when
headed.
the
Kind of
Magic
going.
Mind-
He just kind of
Right.
goes. Oh,
Because coffee
I
beat his
really
ass.
like where this is
we all
headed.
make mistakes, right?
It's because it's calm energy, right?
Yeah.
So he's like
Right.
energetic, but he's like calm,
Yeah.
and it gets the guy to do. Well, so I guess is it like kind of like this is what's happening in his brain a little bit? It's like an interrogation room in his brain.
Yeah.
It could be
Because-
because pull out, and then he's at the
This-
desk, and he's
this
like, I have the
metaphor-
idea, and then.
I pictured the actual interrogation room.
Well, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
the
But then
actual
we sort of like we
interrogation room.
morph cut out of that, and it's a
Yeah.
guy who's like at his office, and he's like,
But it's just like
I like the
yourself.
metaphor. I like the coffee brain metaphor.
No, but what if we do like the reverse of Hitler, who's somebody really good that did something good,
Gandhi.
and then on Magic Mind they could have done it even more?
That's funny.
I don't know, like something the opposite.
You just rattle off all their accomplishments.
Or what if we,
and you're
what if we
like,
take a failure, somebody who failed, and then we see what they would have created if they succeeded? Like, what's the
Oh, it's
biggest?
Amelia Earhart
Oh, what if it's
landing.
Fire Festival?
What
If
if
the guy,
Amelia
if the Fire
Earhart
Festival
just
guy,
lands on
And she
Yeah,
actually
and
makes it.
Yeah,
she's like, I'm home, honey, and they're like,
What does it
It's the
change her
captain of the
gender?
Titanic.
Does she become a guy?
oh, how old would she be now?
She
How old would she be?
froze
Would
Yeah,
she
it's
be
like,
alive?
wait, now I can
Would she
find
be
it
alive?
out.
The captain of the Titanic, and they
Captain
actually
of the Titanic,
they actually land
the
the fucking.
turns.
What if you?
skipper,
What if you
skipper
take?
of the Hindenburg.
What if it's like picture? I mean, these are print ads, but what if it's like pictures of celebrities old and the celebrities had died, and it's old and it's Magic Mind? They wouldn't have died if it was for Magic Mind.
I mean, I think that would kind of sell
It
that
doesn't
the
really
elixir
prolong
to
your life.
life.
It just
Yeah,
gives you
that's
calm
not what it
energy.
does.
I think we're onto something with the Magic Mind throughout history.
He
Wait,
gets to touch
Liam
a few
Neeson.
kids now.
Liam Neeson.
Liam
Let me
Neeson.
check my book
Definitely
here.
Liam Neeson.
No, but I do have a robot available.
He rescues even more kids, not just his own daughter, because he took the magic mind. He goes there and his special set of skills, he rescues everybody's daughter.
What if it's like there's a magician and he like magic something?
Think, guys. Think.
Magic
Wait.
something.
Think
He
about
pulls
brain fog.
10
Do
bunnies
two
out.
things.
Yeah.
Think brain fog, reclaiming your brain. What happens when you're on brain fog, and then you take magic mind and you're not on brain fog? Those two contrasts can work. And then think about long-term energy versus jittery energy.
What if it's like it's the compilation of all the things throughout history, and then you get to the moon landing and they actually did it?
Hey guys, we have 7 minutes.
Could Magic Mind have prevented 9/11?
I was
I'm
just
asking
about
the
to go
question.
there.
I'm
I
just
was
asking.
just
the
about
question.
to go there.
And I'm glad you are.
I don't want to poo-poo this one, but my dad was killed in 9/11.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Should have taken magic.
Yeah, he should have taken Magic Mind. Do you think terrorism would exist if they just took Magic Mind?
Write that down.
It would
Maybe
be
it
worse.
was
What
your
would you
weather,
forget?
man. Your brain is
Ooh,
foggy
I like
today,
Weatherman.
you know?
Maybe.
Yeah. You're showing like
Yeah,
the weather of your
yeah,
brain and stuff like
yeah.
that.
It's like
yeah.
there's
and
a
then you're
30%
clear.
chance, there's a 100% chance it'll go away if you take magic mind,
Yeah,
and then we're
yeah.
walking on sunshine.
Well, yeah, he could play Harlan Williams could play the weatherman.
Drink Magic Mind, and there's a 100% chance you won't be an idiot.
Right.
And he's like, looks like we got clouds.
If I could do it.
Oh, sorry.
Looks like a foggy day today here in Cleveland or in your mind. But later on today, after the Magic Mind moves in, we have a 99% chance of clarity and nudity.
Wow, that's.
Something like that. I like the weather.
I like that.
What about like it's
No?
'cause
Yeah.
the idea
I
of
like
it
the
being,
meta
like,
stuff.
a
I
real
do.
thing, right? It wants to be organic. So what if it's like people at work doing their jobs, and then a guy in a Magic Mind like bottle costume just comes up and helps them do their job?
Wow. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I don't like that.
Say that again.
What was that other one you said in the very
Well, or
beginning that we
not.
really liked? Oh, the interrogation.
Yeah.
Interrogation. I think that's the best one.
The
so far.
the interrogation's good though. You
That's
came
the
up with
best
that
one so
idea.
far.
Like if it's like if it's coffee and it's Magic Mind and it's the brain is being interviewed. And you
Yeah.
have what I like about those things is dumb costumes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like bad
Absolutely.
costumes. Like your coffee,
big
I'm Magic.
puffy
Yeah,
ones.
just giant,
Yep.
just your face.
Yep.
And, or that's what I like
what
about
I'm
the
picturing.
the spiders. You've got two guys in terrible spider outfits.
Right.
And they're like, how are you making your web so easily? It's like, your web is so much more intricate and better. Oh, that's easy. I drink Magic Mind. And it's so dumb.
It could start as like a really sincere, like science-based video where, like, say it has Harlan in like a lab coat, and he's like, "This is the web of a spider that was given caffeine or coffee," and then it cuts to that, and then it cuts back to him. But this is Magic Mind, and then it cuts back.
This is a spider when given caffeine. Now this is a spider when given Magic Mind.
I like that there's already a video of the spiders, and then you add another spider, and it's a Magic Mind spider, and then it's a guy in a costume doing a web.
What if-
or something.
I'd call it an actorate, really, or scientific name, Latin for spider.
What if it's a
Arachnid.
coffee, a guy dressed up?
What
Yeah,
if
but
we
it doesn't
have
have to be
a
Lord of
like
the
a
Rings.
David Copperfield-esque Las Vegas showroom, and David Copperfield, instead of David Copperfield, the magician's name is Magic Mind, and he pulls people out of the audience. He pulls depression and anxiety and sorrow and anger, and he makes them all disappear.
You see them. These are depression, anxiety, sorrow, and anger. With a simple snap of my fingers, they'll vanish.
And now, for a moment of clarity.
That's actually good.
That's
Suck
great.
a
I like
squirrel's
that.
head.
I like that.
That's
I knew
like
you
that.
would.
Yes.
I
I knew
like
you would,
that.
and I didn't even mean it.
I love
I like Harlan Williams' idea. Minute 47. A minute 46. I think that's kind of a good one, huh?
That's a good one.
The magician. And now, Magic Mind.
Yeah, I like-
Anxiety. Come on up here. Foom, foom, foom. Makes them all disappear.
Puts them in boxes and makes them vanish.
Yeah.
You know,
Cuts them in half.
An elephant eats one or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how magic
And who's
works.
left?
At the end, he can pull focus out of his hat.
Magic Mind.
Right? He makes laziness
Wow.
disappear. He makes sorrow disappear. And he puts focus.
Exclamation mark
Only
right
issue
there.
with that one is that it
Bingo.
doesn't,
Under
like-
the eye. Oh.
It doesn't address
Wait.
like how a
Under the
consumer
B.
actually uses
Under
it.
the eye.
It doesn't
Like,
work.
it doesn't.
Give me something really quickly that has brain fog. What about brain fog? Give me something, anything. Just go.
You get all your stuff ready and you get in the car and then you turn around and your baby's not in the car seat.
You see somebody in actual fog.
Someone's making a speech and they're fumbling.
There's a fog machine coming out of Magic Mind's bedroom, and him and David Copperfield are making homosexual love.
Yeah.
And the fog obscures it, but then
Oh, do you mind if I pop in for a
I
second?
would love if you popped in.
What if it's like a fog machine? We're just putting fog machines in everyday situations where it doesn't belong. So it's just like we
Like in a call center.
we filled this room. Like we did, just imagine if like
Wow.
we're doing this, and then you have a
Wow.
fog machine
Yeah.
set up, and you're filling
So
it.
much fog. What'd you say?
Dynamite.
Yeah.
And then we drink this
and then
liquid
it's just
alcohol.
like it's
That's a cheese on the cracker idea right there.
She's on the cracker idea.
3 seconds left.
How many?
There we go.
Got my heart no in a bed.
All right, guys. Here's our founder. Come on over. Come sit right here.
We worked hard. We were working hard. These are
Yeah.
the fruits of our labors.
Yeah.
It's messy sometimes. I get it.
So we had 30 minutes, and we'll give you some ideas. You might be able to add to some. Who knows? But Harlan, why don't you pitch your idea?
Well, as the only guy at the table who attended the Computer Graphics School of Design in Dusseldorf, I worked under Ludwig von Zegwiller.
Zegwiller.
And, you know, Magic Mind has the word magic in it. Everyone loves magic. Everyone is entranced, enthralled by magic. And so why not make Magic Mind an actual magician? Picture a beautiful Vegas showroom and Magic Mind bursts through the sequined curtains and the crowd is sitting there aghast, the fog flowing over the audience to create ambiance, if you will.
And brain fog.
And there we have sitting in the audience, we have anxiety, we have anxiousness, we have depression, we have nervousness, all the things that afflict each and every one of us in our daily routines. And Magic Mind invites each and every one of them up to the stage and puts them into one of his contraptions or behind his velvety red cape, and poof, one by one they all disappear. Standing ovation, everyone cheering, and then at the end Magic Mind says, thank you, and now for my final act, I shall suck on a squirrel's head.
Okay, no,
That wasn't
that's
part
not
of
the
it.
part.
That wasn't part of it.
That's not the part.
No.
What?
We vetoed
Why
that, by the
can't
way.
No, he reaches into a hat and pulls out
I
focus.
went to the
pulled out
Dusseldorf
focus.
Design
But
School with Ludwig von Zonflager.
I know
You
that.
forgot the last part.
He reaches
pulls
into the hat and pulls out focus.
That was phenomenal, dude.
Thank you.
That was great.
Very
Thank you.
That was great.
And then
Thank you, Ludwig von
picture
Zonflager.
interrogation scene. Your mind, brain is being interrogated. Coffee comes in.
The idea was one-way glass window, and then you got 2 cops, and they have badges on them, but one of them is a cup of coffee, like it's a big, goofy cup of coffee, like think Fruit of the
Kool-Aid
Looms.
style, yeah.
And then one of them's a bottle of Magic Mind. And so the coffee is just, he's raging. He's like, where'd you get that in? So he goes in, and he's banging on the table, and he's like, where's your motivation? Huh? Like, as if he's talking about, like, the girl, or whatever it is that they're looking for. And he's slamming on the table, and he's smoking cigarettes in the guy's face, and nothing. Just won't crack. Just stoic. And then he goes back out, and he's like, I just can't crack the guy. And then Magic Mind's like, let me try. And then he goes in, and he's like, hey, how are you? And he's just really sweet and polite and kind and soft. Maybe there's soft music. And he's like,
And the Magic Mind's Jewish.
No, we're gonna leave that out.
can be, might be a little neurotic, but he goes, hey, like, how you feeling? Where's your motivation today? And then the guy just kind of comes back on, and then we like morph cut pull out of that, and then it's a guy at work, and he's just suddenly like,
All of a sudden, focus.
I like that as well.
Thank you.
Clap for that one.
Well, that's,
Okay,
I mean,
and
a
then-
little wordy, I think.
And then Christina, why don't you give him your
Which one?
spider
The
one?
spider one?
Yeah.
Well, have you seen the videos of the spiders making webs on different things?
Yeah, yes, I did that for a science experiment in
Cool.
like elementary school.
It'd be that, and one of the things would be Magic Mind. You like that one the best, I can tell.
That's good.
Thank you.
On beer.
Yeah.
Who's the only idea that Brian
Yeah, and then the
fucking
Magic
butchered
Mind
first?
one is
Right.
whatever.
She had an advantage.
It's a three-dimensional web.
Right.
A building.
It's a whole city.
The Twin Towers. And then Magic Mind again. The pilots didn't take it.
No, Christina, no, that doesn't
No,
work.
That's
no,
why
not
they
that.
That's
crashed
too much,
into the
Christina.
Magic
No,
Mind.
that's Christina, that's too much.
Maybe spiders also did.
I had a
9/11.
really simple
I
one.
love the beginning.
I had a stupid one, which is this. I want to do
I'm
this is your
kidding.
brain on coffee. He's got a piece of paper and he just lights it. Then he goes, and this is your brain on Magic Mind. And he takes a heavy piece of oak and he lights that and it burns for a long time. Any more questions?
I was also thinking another thing.
This is your energy on coffee. This is your energy on Magic Mind.
It's pretty good. What are you sliding?
I don't know, the paper and that.
No, did you see how his
I
face
like
lit
it.
up for my idea though?
What?
Nothing.
I did. My face did light up for that. That's because
See,
maybe it's
yeah.
nostalgic because I did that experiment in elementary school.
Or maybe it's because Brian didn't tell it wrong.
That's
Yeah.
that
Maybe
could
that
be.
was
That could
what it
be.
is.
As much as I don't want to step on my prize winner, the Magic
let's
Mind
hear it.
Magician, I do have to defer to, once again, my sweet, tender love, who came up with a very robust and wonderful idea about a meteorologist pitching your product. if
Oh,
you
I
will.
forgot about that. Thank you. Yeah, the weatherman, and it's like foggy. You know, it's like, oh, there's fog today, but it'll clear up. 100% chance to clear up if you take Magic Mind, and then it becomes sunny.
Also good. Also strong.
Heath, is there anything you like that you wrote down that you want to pitch out?
Liam Neeson rescues everybody's daughters.
Oh, that was a
that
good
was
one.
mine.
Oh, right. I like that a lot.
Liam Neeson, I didn't even hear that.
I didn't even hear that one
Did
either.
you say that, Candace?
Yeah. said
Liam Neeson rescues
everybody's daughter.
That's funny.
Well, the idea of being Liam Neeson's neighbor when he gets home with his daughter and being like, so, like, where's my daughter? And he's like, she's at the airport.
I will
Because you're
say,
gonna
I will
say,
say, I would
yeah.
love to hear some more. Those are solid, but I'd love to hear a few more. Figure out how to go.
Well,
Picture Skull Island.
Is there anything to a superhero who jumps out the window, hits the ground, he's broken his legs, and his wife goes, "Did you forget your cape? Brain fog is real."
He hated that.
You really hated that.
That one didn't get a slow clap. Did you notice?
Is there anything to Magic Mind being poured over a squirrel's head?
Oh my God.
And somebody sucking Magic Mind out of an actual mind. And if you need a demonstration, I'm happy to
No, 'cause
supply.
you already did.
Well, he hasn't seen it.
No, he did actually see it.
Well, he didn't see the pouring.
He saw, nobody saw that we
Well,
did enough pouring.
You know, when I was at the Dusseldorf, yes.
I will say this. First off, your obsession with animals, which I'm very familiar with, is beautiful. Borderline savant autistic.
Yeah.
But also,
Or not borderline.
yeah, or perhaps
You
way past the line. But also, a squirrel on Magic Mind, you know, like
Here
even a
we go.
blind squirrel finds a nut, like a squirrel that has all the nuts. That has just collected all of the nuts
I
and
like
it's
where
just
he's
chilling.
going with this.
And it's barely the first day of fall. It's not even winter yet. First day
Here
of
we
fall, he
go.
already has
Here
all
we
of
go.
the nuts. He's-
I like to say that
Go
I
on.
had that idea.
keep
in
going.
the-
And then, well, you build on that. What,
No,
what
because
was-
there should
Well,
be
we
a
suck
contrast.
his head is where I
Because
go with
he,
that.
Yeah,
the squirrel on
yeah,
the squirrel on coffee is obsessed with one nut.
yeah.
And
And so
chewing
scared
it.
everybody's gonna get it.
Yeah.
The one that's got so many, just toss them to his friends because he's got so many.
Because he's.
Bingo. You
And then you
get it.
No,
you
I
you
get
want
it.
to grab it and you suck his.
Oh, I know,
suck his
I know.
head.
Wait,
Yeah.
You get it.
one
You
squirrel,
get it.
the squirrel
Thank
has to
you.
go out. Squirrel has to go out, get a nut on coffee, runs, grabs it, runs back, all jittery, scared of hawks, scared of snakes, everything else. And the other one who's
We're gonna have
drinking
to play
Magic
this
Mind
back.
has all the squirrels bringing the nuts to him. So James, put you on the spot. Is there any meat here that you can use to turn into something?
Yeah, there's probably 2 or 3 that are worth creating and testing out.
See what I mean, kids? If
We
you
do.
use that ad or you use some of us, what happens? Do we get paid?
No, but we get bigger as a company.
No, dude, that's so unfair, man. That's so
And
unfair.
that's the goal.
No, you can't exploit the workers. Dude.
And I'll make sure this film never even sees the light of day.
We're the elves.
Dude, you can't just take.
Lock the doors.
What?
No, I absolutely would love to. If we use these ideas, work with y'all to make sure y'all get paid for y'all's time.
You're all welcome.
And genius. I will say the one that I love the best, at least from instinctual response, the spider on Magic Mind.
Christina! Thank you. Damn, Christina!
Closely followed by the idea of the squirrel, the nuts, and then the person picking up the squirrel and eating or sucking out the brains.
No,
honestly,
please don't say that. No. Please don't.
If it was
don't suck its brains. That's how you get like weird diseases, like mad squirrel disease. Thank you guys. This has been another episode of brainstorming, and we'll be back. It's a good day, guys.
Mind time, mind time, mind time, magic mind.